Okay, so here we have fractions. So we have fractions with an equal sign. How do we solve it? Well, whenever we have fractions, step number one is find the LCD. What is the LCD? It's one of each type of denominator item multiplied together. So one of each type of denominator item multiplied together. So what we have to be clear on this problem, therefore, is what's in the denominator, what's not. The answer is the 2 and the 7 are the only things under bars. What about this y? Doesn't this really go on both or something like that? No. Remember, anything alone, remember, is really over 1. So those y's are as good as up top. They really are up top. They're not in the denominator. So really important thing to keep straight in this class, and if you're going forward to pre-calculus and calculus, all that stuff, an important algebra rule, advanced algebra rule, is anything alone, like a y that's out here alone, is over 1. Anything alone is really over 1, is in the top, not the bottom. And you think, and I want you to see that's not just some made up math rule. It's true. What do I mean? 5 is 5. If I said I ate 5 pies yesterday, I was so hungry, 5 pies. Is that the same thing as saying I ate 1/5 of a pie? Well, no way. Nobody would. Is that the same as 5 divided by 1? Yeah, right? 1 goes into 5 how many times? 5. See, anything alone is the same as being over 1, isn't it? That's just what's true. Math is just following the truth there. So the same thing goes for y. Letters are just numbers we don't currently know. So any letter alone or number alone is really over 1. It's really in the top, not in the bottom. And that makes an important difference because right now we're looking closely at what's in the bottom and what's not. So then getting back to this problem, what are the denominators here? Well, it's just the 2 and the 7. So the LCD then is just 2 times 7, 14. That's all is number. So I'm going to rewrite this problem. 1/2 y plus 1 equals 1/7 y. Okay, and so now what do I do about it? You multiply LCD over 1, every term. You multiply every term by the LCD over 1. So that's going to be 14 over 1, 14 over 1. Now watch out. Common mistake is just to do that right there. But I've messed up if I only do that. I've got to do the middle one also. I'll just do 14 instead of 14 over 1. I mean, it's not even a fraction in the middle. It's the same thing. Remember, every term, all the terms by the LCD over 1. And then step 3, cross cancel all denominators. Cross cancel all denominators, multiply the leftovers. So let's cross cancel all this. So 2 goes into 14 7 times. Multiply what's left over. 7 times 1 times y, 7y. 1 times these guys just multiply. 1 times 14 is 14. 7 into 14, 2. 2 times y, 2y. There we go. No more denominators. Got rid of them. All right, now, what do we do from here? Well, on step number 4, when you have y to the first power, just get y alone. We don't get a 0 or anything like that. That's only when we have y squared or x squared. If we have x or y squared, second power, that's when you need to get it. That's when you need to get a 0, and then use the quadratic formula. But if you just have regular y, see how these are just regular y? They're not y squared. Then just get it alone. So let's go. Okay, no big deal. Subtract 7y from both sides. You could subtract 2y if you wanted. It would work either way. Doesn't really matter. This will be a little quicker. This cancels out here, and we have 14 equals minus 5y. Last step to get a y alone, you divide, right? The last step is always dividing by exactly what is next to y. Same sign, same everything. So that was -5, and I also divided by -5. Why? Why the same? Well, because you need it to cancel. You need to have the exact same thing to get it to cancel out. So the answer is -14. Because you could put that negative in the front, or you could put it on the bottom, or you could put it on the top. It doesn't really matter. It's all the same. Any of those is fine. One negative sign, it doesn't matter where it's at, top, bottom, or front. They're all the same. The homework system knows it. It'll take any of them. They're all good.